So what do you guys know about the Cleveland Browns? It's a football team.
They always suck.
Didn't even give us a chance.
I don't think you will know. So.
Do they always suck?
Didn't their quarterback get in trouble? No.
How do you always suck in football? Like you never win a game?
Yeah. From what I know, it was like them and the Lions, right? Like,
So they're like the practice game, the practice team that everyone beats up. They're like the generals.
The general.
I remember one draft like got like this quarterback and he was supposed to like a
Manziel?
right or something, and he's supposed to be good, but they
Johnny
still suck.
Manziel.
Okay.
How does that happen?
It's like even more digger.
That was like the Raiders when they got Jamarcus Russell.
Jamarcus Russell has an interesting story.
Wait, did the Browns pick up Deshaun Watson?
The Browns picked up Deshaun Watson, gave him $230 million guaranteed after knowing that he had all of these, it was like 22 women at the time, I think, were suing him based on saying that he was trying to get massages from them, and then he would start to do lewd sexual activity with them or try to solicit them to do.
So like jack him off?
And like, so then
He was my brothel friend.
So then this was all looked at by a grand jury just recently, like a month and a half ago, and they cleared Deshaun and said no criminal charges will be filed. Right? That doesn't mean that you can't have a personal lawsuit with him, right? Like civil lawsuit with him, but that means that he won't have any criminal. Well, so then the Browns go, guess what, dude? Deshaun was so good because he was really good on the Texans, which is a dog shit team as well.
That was the last team he was on.
I forgot about
And they cut him, right?
Trash team, trash city, trash ownership, everything. Awful.
Where's their city?
Houston Texans.
Oh.
Terrible city.
Horrible city, everything. But horrible legacy, no legacy at all. Houston Texans suck ass, right? But
Him and JJ Watt, right?
him and JJ Watt, complete dog shit of a person. No, I'm kidding. He's apparently great.
He seems like a nice guy.
But he's in the Cardinals now, so it doesn't matter. But no, so he was playing so well for them, but then he took a year off because basically he felt like the organization wasn't supporting him at all. Like he was too good for the organization, so he was going to sit off, right? So then all these lawsuits start coming out, and then all this momentum builds, right? So now he gets cleared, and it looks like it's all good to go. The Browns go, guess what? We want you to be our fucking quarterback. We're going to give you $230 million guaranteed, no matter what the fuck happens.
And that's pretty rare, right?
Oh, bro, it's the highest ever.
Is that a payout in 1 year?
5 years.
Oh.
But
usually it's not guaranteed.
But even if he gets injured,
it's 500 something million the contract, right? But the guaranteed money is what matters.
Is there any athlete that gets paid that much?
In the NFL?
I think not in the NFL, but
NBA. Like a Steph Curry.
And then MLB too. It's like fucking wild. Right?
Tom Brady just got a
$500 million contract to do Fox Sports for like 10 years. Yeah.
Oh, as a commentator?
Yeah. Or 350 million.
No, but I mean like as an athlete, like in a team.
No, athletes at the time rarely make the same money. Yeah.
Right. And then most recently.
Yeah,
I think it was Mahomes was the most.
But I think it's that, right? They get these contracts, but that doesn't mean necessarily you're getting all that money.
Oh, because it's not guaranteed. Especially in NFL, it's so flighty. Because if you get injured or something, you're out. They don't continue to.
Team
pay.
can just cut you, or they can they can just say like, well, we're gonna say.
But baseball contracts are legit though. I heard they pay out for a long time, and then the injuries are low and shit, and so.
The NFLPA has always had an issue. NFL Players Association has always had an issue because the NFL has so much power that the NFLPA only until the really last decade have they been able to encroach on some of that power to get more money for the players. Because the players were really ridiculously underpaid for all the revenue that the NFL got. But, so Deshaun just got $230 million guaranteed, right? But he might not even play a fucking game for the Browns.
What?
Because there's a brand new lawsuit that came out. So independent of the grand jury investigation.
Oh my god.
A brand new lawsuit just came out like last week, like 9 days ago. And this massage therapist, she was watching this HBO special that they did on like the entire Deshaun case. And how Deshaun was being defiant about it and not like necessarily apologetic towards the women. He was being like very much like, I am a classy man, I did nothing wrong and shit. And so she was like, you know what, fuck you, because I know what you did to me. And she says that he, during a massage, like at the end of it, he wanted her to jerk him off and she wouldn't do it. And then he basically jerked off on her.
Whoa.
So he just fucking beat off and came on.
Does she have evidence of it? Kept the semen.
We don't, she kept the semen.
She kept the clothes.
She took a little selfie. No, we don't know. We don't know.
Damn.
So we don't know what the extent of it is, but this is a really troubling new allegation for him and his team because now it's back to the criminal case, right? So that criminal case that the Browns thought was going to go away.
It's not double jeopardy because it's a new
case.
person.
New woman came forward who wasn't part of the original case.
Holy shit.
So puts everything into question. All question marks, boom, explode all over the fucking story.
But no matter what, he gets the $230 million.
Well, that depends because there is a clause in the contract that involves wrongdoing that could maybe work out in against his
Right.
Gets the money.
Yeah. So but the Browns look fucked is the whole thing.
Yeah.
Because they're
the curse, isn't
all
it?
that money. Yeah. Well, they just also fucked over Baker Mayfield, who was their quarterback, who actually won them the first playoff game, like in.
But they're like, we rather have this guy.
Yeah, exactly. And so they just came out, snaked him. They actually were in the discussion for a couple of players. So Matt Ryan, Colts just got Matt Ryan because the Falcons were like, yo, we want to be in on the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes.
Because a lot of people wanted, a lot of teams wanted to get Deshaun Watson because he was a free agent, right?
Because the charges were dropped, and now the NFL cares about
Texas
money
let him
the
go.
most.
They kicked
The
him off.
Texans had to cut him. Well, they were trading him, but they were only going to trade him because he had a basically the first right to decide where he wanted to go. So he could just say like, I don't want to be on these teams. So then the Texans met with only teams that were pre-approved basically with certain packages that they were offering the Texans for picks and then cash for Deshaun. Yeah. So this is crazy because this woman basically holds his entire future in the balance.
That's why you just gotta go to fucking dudes to get rubbed down, man.
Honestly,
No, really, like one of my homies
they'll be
who's
big fans.
One of my homies who's a massage therapist does like some football guys, and they get guys to do it for that reason, so that can't happen at all.
So they get happy endings from the dudes.
Well, you never know, because guys won't talk.
It's Bullies
They
Club.
do it so that like no matter what, like there's
no funny business.
There's no risk of like a girl like
getting too horny.
Yeah, I will say though, when guys, when you go to the massage parlor and then it's not like a chick and it's a dude, a part of you is like, oh man, it's a dude, and then the next part of you is like, oh man, this might be real strong, and you're down for it.
Strong's kind of interesting.
Well, that happened to me because I was like, I'm gonna request a lady because I just don't know. This guy might be too horny and shit.
He might come on to me because
And
I'm
then when I was
bomb.
there was no ladies. And then he was like, I don't know, he reminded me of Bart's dad, and he was like, come on. And I was like, all right, fuck it, let's do this shit. And I sat down, and as soon as I sat down, he just started going like this, and I started melting like, oh, fuck, this guy's good. Oh, man. And he started doing this shit, and I was like, yup, man. You know what, though? His blunt hands just felt way better than a sharp woman's hands.
Really? Did he start reaching for your inner thighs and start tapping it to see if you wanted something?
Is that the signal?
tapping.
a little extra?
No, but he did a credit card, and I went, woo!
Is that how you paid? Is that how you paid?
So yeah, the Browns just alienated Baker Mayfield, who was their starting quarterback, who got them to win a playoff game because they were so horny for Deshaun. Yeah. Right? And then now Deshaun might not play. Baker doesn't want to play one more down for them. Wow. He actually put out an ad in a newspaper saying thank you to the Browns fans and basically like I'll never play for the team again, but thank you guys so fucking much and shit.
And I'm sure people want him too, right?
Is he still part of the team?
The fans do. What's that?
That guy is still on the team.
He's
though?
still on the team. He hasn't been cut by the team
Will
yet.
he get fined if he doesn't play?
Well, no, they're waiting.
He got benched?
They're waiting for a trade package. Yeah, he's the second string quarterback on the team now, but they're hoping to get a trade package for him, but nobody fucking really wants him.
How crazy that
Because
is.
they were waiting for the draft, and then now the draft's over, they all kind of got settled in the quarterback situation, so now maybe he'll be a backup somewhere. But then the Browns just basically had to say, like, hey, we're about to do training camp. The training camp's happening right now as we talk, right?
They don't have a quarterback.
They don't have a quarterback. Well, they have Deshaun still throwing the ball in training camp, but they don't know that he'll actually be able to take the field for regular season because the NFL has the right. The Roger Goodell, the guy in charge, right? He has the right to just say like, "Hey, he's suspended for the full season," and then the Browns could be fucked.
So with no quarterback,
And they just have to pay out all that money.
They have to pay all that money, but they actually structured his contract anticipating suspensions. So he actually gets paid very, very little for the first couple of games in order to backload his contract. Wow. So that they were, like I said, they were anticipating this. They backload his contract. So if he does get suspended without pay, he's not getting paid those games anyway. It was it's minimal.
And he's such a good quarterback.
He was a good quarterback. Yeah, he actually really was.
this is the perfect plot for Waterboy 2.
Could be.
Where's Adam Sandler when we need him?
He just came out with a new movie.
Hey, it's pretty good too.
You mean the one with Chris Rock?
Hustle. Yeah, Hustle. He's
That
a
was
coach
funny.
for the
Sixers.
Sixers, yeah.
Pretty good.
It was good.
Yeah, but he's another one too, and you're looking at him like, damn, he's getting old.
Is he doing the like So we going next, boy. Knowing like a third of his movies, he did that.
The same voice.
Yeah.
His Mr. Deeds one?
Yeah. And then Little Nicky and Mr. Deeds. Yeah.
Little Nicky was so good.
Little Nicky's a great movie.
The
Classic.
only time I ever hear about the Cleveland Browns is when people use that figure of speech to say they're gonna go take a shit.
I'm gonna go take a Cleveland Brown.
When they go, where are you going? Taking the Cleveland Browns to the Super Bowl.
That's so good. Have you ever seen the dog pound photo from the Cleveland Browns fans?
No.
This is worth it. So, this is kind of a joke about really Ohio in general.
So they finally put up the money to get us good star players, so hope that they can win, and then they still suck because they're not gonna even get them, so they're gonna still keep
The
losing.
curse continues. But there was a game where so the Cleveland Browns have this thing where they called themselves, it's like, this is the dog pound, like our stadium is the dog pound, like we're the fucking dogs or whatever, right? And
That's how they say it.
so they had a banner, right? And you have to wonder when you see something like this. They had a banner like that was in 3 sections, and it was like they're supposed to spell out this is the dog pound, but then like the fans I don't think knew how to read, or they were too drunk, and so that's what turned into.
All fucking off.
And that's the epitome of everything that happens in Cleveland, right there.